If your mouse feels heavy, delayed, or just slightly off, even after you've already dialed in every FPS setting, sensitivity, polling rate, all of it, the problem might not be you. It could be your USB controller and your GPU quietly fighting over the same CPU core for attention. Today, I'm showing you how to fix that directly using Microsoft's own Interrupt Affinity Policy tool, plus the registry method underneath it for anything the tool doesn't cover.
Every piece of hardware in your PC, your mouse, your GPU, your network card, constantly sends what's called an interrupt to your CPU, basically a signal saying, "I need attention right now." By default, Windows piles most of these interrupts onto Core 0, your very first CPU core, regardless of how busy that core already is. So if your USB controller and your GPU are both sending interrupts to that same core while you're gaming, one of them has to wait its turn. That wait is exactly the kind of micro delay that shows up as input lag or a mouse that feels inconsistent, even on a powerful CPU. Interrupt Affinity Policy lets you manually tell Windows which core handles which device, so your most important devices aren't stuck competing with each other.
Before you touch anything, create a system restore point. This isn't just a formality. Changing the interrupt affinity of the wrong device, especially anything tied to storage or boot, can actually prevent Windows from starting up correctly. A restore point means if that happens, you're one recovery step away from being back to normal. Don't skip this.
Download the Interrupt Affinity Policy tool from a trusted source like Tech Power-Up's download page. It's a legitimate Microsoft utility, not some random third-party program, so you don't need to worry about bloatware or anything bundled in. It comes as a zip file, not an installer, so just extract it to a folder of your choice. Once extracted, you'll see two separate executables inside, one 32-bit and one 64-bit. Almost everyone watching this is on a 64-bit system, so make sure you're launching the x64 version specifically. The 32-bit one won't correctly see all your devices otherwise. One more thing, right-click the executable and run it as administrator every time you open it. Without elevated permissions, it'll open fine, but it won't actually be able to write the affinity changes, and you'll wonder why nothing's saving.
Open Device Manager. Click View, then Devices by Connection. This switches the view from a flat list to a tree that shows you exactly what's physically connected to what, which matters because you might have 2 or 3 USB controllers all named the same generic thing. Expand the tree and find the USB controller your mouse is actually plugged into. Right-click your mouse under Devices by Type first if you need to confirm, then trace that back to its controller in the connection view. Do the same for your GPU and network adapter while you're in here.
Open the Interrupt Affinity Policy tool as administrator, the one you just installed. You'll see a list of every device currently in your system down the left side. Click on the USB controller you identified earlier for your mouse, and on the right, you'll see a grid of checkboxes, one for every logical core your CPU has. This is where people usually get it wrong. Don't just check one random box. Leave Core 0 unchecked entirely. Windows already piles its own background work onto that core by default, so we want to avoid adding to it. Pick a core in the middle of your range instead. If you've got a 12-core CPU, something like Core 4 or 6 works well as a starting point. Check that box, uncheck everything else for that device, and hit Apply. Do the exact same process for your GPU, but assign it to a completely different core than the one you just gave your USB controller. You want these separated, not stacked back together on the same core. For your network adapter, if it shows an RSS option, Receive Side Scaling, leave that on Spread Across All Processors, instead of locking it to a single core like we did with USB and GPU. Network traffic genuinely performs better spread out rather than isolated. Restart after each apply for the device to actually reload with its new affinity. Sometimes a specific device just doesn't appear in the tools list. Since every interrupt affinity setting is really just a registry value underneath, you can set it by hand instead. First, find that device's instance path. Go back to Device Manager, right-click the device, Properties,
then the Details tab. In the drop-down at the top of that tab, select Device Instance Path. Copy the value shown. It'll look something like USB \VID underscore and a string of numbers / another long string. That's the exact path you need. Now open Registry Editor, navigate to HKey Local Machine, System, Current Control Set, enum, then paste in that device instance path you just copied. Inside that key, go to Device Parameters, then Interrupt Management, then Affinity Policy. If Affinity Policy doesn't exist, create it. Inside, create a DWORD 32-bit value named Device Policy. Set it to 4. This tells Windows to use only the specific processors you assign instead of picking automatically. Then create another value named Assignment Set Override. This is the actual core mask, the specific core number you want that device locked to. Restart for the change to take effect.
Don't apply every single change in one sitting, even though it's tempting once you're in the flow of it. Set one device's affinity, restart, and actually use your PC normally for a few minutes, open some apps, launch a game, before moving to the next device. You're checking for anything unusual, a USB device disconnecting and reconnecting on its own, a driver crash notification, or in a worst case, a blue screen on restart. If something does go wrong, don't panic, it's recoverable. Boot into Safe Mode or use Last Known Good configuration from the recovery menu. Then either reopen the tool and reset that specific device back to its default automatic setting, or use the system restore point you made at the very start of this. Keep a quick note, even just in your phone, of which device you changed and which core you assigned it to each time. It sounds unnecessary until you're 3 devices in and can't remember which one you touched last. Then it saves you a lot of guesswork if you need to roll something back.
Feels better isn't proof by itself. Open LatencyMon and let it run for a few minutes before and after your changes. You're looking for lower DPC latency spikes overall. Then jump into a game, ideally something twitchy like an aim trainer or a competitive shooter, and actually feel the difference in your mouse response. Between the numbers and the in-game feel, you'll know for certain whether it actually worked for your setup.
That's the full setup. Understanding what Interrupt Affinity Policy does, setting up a system restore point first, getting the tool from a trusted signed source and running it as administrator, identifying your real devices through Device Manager, assigning affinities with USB and GPU on separate dedicated cores, the manual registry method for anything the tool doesn't list, applying changes one device at a time, and verifying with LatencyMon plus an in-game field test. Drop a comment with which core ended up feeling best for your mouse and which CPU you're running. If this helped, subscribe for more optimization guides like this one. And thanks for watching.